Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I want to do something yet again a little different than normal on my channel. It relates to something normal, but it's just a little bit of a different kind of video. And that is, I want to talk about all the different kinds of subscription boxes. No, that's not right. I want to talk about a few different kinds of clothing subscription boxes. Let's put it that way. If you've been around on my channel, then you probably know that I have been doing Stitch Fix for about 6 months now, and I have been loving it. But there are so many other clothing subscription boxes out there that I've been really curious in trying as well. So I thought it'd be interesting to just kind of talk about how each one works, how they're just a little bit different, and kind of compare them a little bit. So my plan is today to talk about Stitch Fix, Trunk Club, Thread Up, and Fabfitfun Style. So Stitch Fix, like I said, I've been doing for about 6 months. You pay a $20 styling fee, and anything you keep, that $20 goes towards. And then there's of course always free returns. Trunk Club works the exact same way as far as the $20 styling fee goes. I signed up for Thread Up's goodie box, which is along the same lines, but it is thrifted clothes. So their fee is $10, same thing, that it goes towards anything you keep. And then I have not signed up for the Fabfitfun Style yet. I thought it'd be fun if we did that together a little bit later on. So the other thing that's interesting about doing these different boxes is seeing how they judge your style, how they judge your size, all that different stuff. So Stitch Fix, you sign up, they ask you these different questions about your style, your sizes, what kind of clothes you prefer or don't like, and then they also have you thumbs up and thumbs down different clothes, and you can do that every day. Nordstrom, which is Trunk Club is through Nordstrom's, they do something pretty similar during the sign-up process where you talk about your size, your style, and then they also have a thumbs up, thumbs down system for clothing, but I don't like theirs as much, and I'll show you both of those here in a little bit. And then Thread Ups is completely different. When you sign up, because it is a thrifting website, it's different, and you sign up, you put in your size, it asks you a few questions about your style and whatnot, but not really. And then you just pretty much scroll through their website and favorite the different pieces you do or don't like, and that's supposed to help your stylist figure out what to send you, which I think would be really hard for them. So I'm going to be really interested to see what they send and what the quality of the clothing is, since it is thrifted. And then, like I said, I haven't done Fabfitfun yet, so it'll be really interesting when we do that together to see what kind of questions they ask, how you rate what clothes you do and don't like. Yeah. So first things first, let's compare Stitch Fix, Trunk Club, and Thread Up and their different styling selections and whatnot, and then we will go on to Fabfitfun. Okay, so here we have the Style Shuffle, which is in the Stitch Fix app, and this is how you thumbs up and thumbs down different styles. This shows your stylist kind of what you do and don't like. It helps give them a better idea as new items come out, what you might want to receive in your box. And there's different chunks of these each day. See here, I switch over to boots. And once you've done all of the ones available to you for the day, then it resets, and then you don't get any more until the next day. So there's definitely an end to it. So you don't just sit there and keep going and going forever and ever. And then right below this part is a place to leave a note for your stylist. And this has been really helpful to send my stylist notes and let her know what I'm looking for. And now we've jumped over to the style profile part, and this is what you fill out when you first sign up for Stitch Fix, but you can also adjust it as you go. These are different outfits that they ask you whether or not you like when you first sign up to kind of give your stylist that very first impression of what you do and don't like. They ask you what kind of prices you want. They ask you a few different questions about why you signed up for Stitch Fix. And they've just made this portion of the app really easy to use, which is awesome. Now let's jump back over to another part of the app. And this is what they call the shop. This is where they take items that you have kept in your fixes and they put together different outfit ideas for you. So any of these outfits, you can actually go in and purchase the items that they suggest you use with your fix items. And the crazy thing about this part is that it refreshes several times throughout the day. So if you see a piece that you really like and want to buy to go with one of your current pieces, you pretty much have to buy it right away. Here's an example of some blue shoes they recommended. The whole outfit is here, and you can just buy the shoes or the whole outfit if you want. And then these are the Toms that I purchased, and I also have the option of just getting different colors of the same Toms that I already purchased as well. So overall, the app offers a lot of different options for you. After having used all three of the apps for Stitch Fix, Trunk Club, and ThreadUp, I definitely like Stitch Fix the most. I feel like their app is the easiest to use and understand. It's really easy to send your stylist messages. It's really easy to thumbs up and thumbs down your clothes, to adjust your style, and all that fun stuff. I also really like that they have the option of buying the different colors of clothes. I really like that they have the option of just buying like the different items that go with your outfits. So as far as like Stitch Fix goes, I definitely still continue to really enjoy them and their app, and I'm excited to see how things keep going. So here's Trunk Club. So while Trunk Club and Stitch Fix have a lot of similarities, they also have a lot of differences. One of those being these different specific trunks that you can purchase. So for example, if you want the Spring Essentials trunk, you can go in and specifically order that trunk. In a way, it's similar to the Stitch Fix outfits, but it's definitely just a little different. You also have a bit more direct contact with your stylist, and then she even sent me a preview of my trunk, and now we're looking over at the way their styling thumbs up and thumbs down works. The biggest thing that I have found with the differences between Stitch Fix and Trunk Club is, well, for one, Trunk Club has a lot more newer styles, and a lot of them don't fit my style because I'm not quite as trendy. And the other thing is that their style selection, their thumbs up and thumbs down, it just goes and goes forever. There's no rhyme or reason to when it stops. There's no specific ones that you can do just for today. So the first time I did it, I found that I just kept going and going because there was never an ending to it. So that is one difference that I definitely felt like Stitch Fix was kind of smart in doing, because it kept me from just sitting here never ending thumbs up and thumbs down in clothes. Another way the apps are similar is Trunk Club also has this style preferences area where you can pick specific patterns you do or don't like, same with colors, select the kind of clothes you wear more often or how you like them to fit. So I do really like that part of their app, which again is also really similar to Stitch Fix. One area where they are very different is the budget part. On Stitch Fix, you just say like the give me the cheaper the better, but on Trunk Club, they actually want you to specify, and the amounts that they give you start at $50, which is definitely not what I would consider cheap enough, at least for me, for most pieces. They also have an option to set up an appointment with a stylist, which I think you can only do in the major cities where they're located, but I thought that was kind of cool as well. Trunk Club's thumbs up and thumbs down method for picking out clothes you like is not my favorite because it just keeps going and going and going, whereas Stitch Fix, you just have your select number of ones for the different categories for each day, and then they're done, and then you can't do more until the next day. I think it's a better way of keeping you from overdoing it, for one thing, because like with the Trunk Club, the first time I did it, I didn't realize that it was never going to end, and I just kept going and going, and finally I was like, how long have I been doing this for? So that wasn't good. I do like how Trunk Club has like the back and forth messaging with the stylist. I think that's kind of fun. It'll be interesting to see how she responds to me, and like if it's a real conversation or if it's very, scripted. And then the other thing I do like about Trunk Club's app is that it has those other, like the spring trunk or the work trunk, so you can select like specific things. At the same time though, if you compare that to Stitch Fix, like when I've sent my stylist messages and said, hey, I'm looking for work clothes, and then she sent me work clothes. So I don't know, that's kind of a so-so for me. And overall, I just feel like the Trunk Club app isn't as easy to use. At least for me, it feels more choppy. Overall though, I have been really impressed with the app for Trunk Club as well. It's not that it's bad, it's just not as good in my opinion. And I'll be really interested to see if they're able to send me anything in my price range, or if ultimately I just end up saying like, no, you guys are too expensive. Let's do the ThreadUp one. So ThreadUp is the most different of the three because it is also just a website where you can go buy clothes. But I did sign up for their subscription box, which is called the Goodie Box. So that's what I have headed my way, and that is very similar to the Stitch Fix and Trunk Club. They are also very different in the way you favorite or thumbs up, thumbs down clothes, because you don't thumbs up, thumbs down clothes, you just favorite them. That's what the little hearts are next to these different clothes. And you'll see already some of the ones that I have favorited have been sold out. And I think that's definitely an interesting risk you play with this. You're not just picking the clothes you want and getting them. So there's definitely probably a fine line between, like, if you're going to do ThreadUp, is the goodie box worth it? Or should you just scroll through their website and purchase clothes you like? For me, one area that I do like something like the goodie box is I sometimes have a hard time finding clothes that I like and am confident enough to order, especially on a secondhand or thrifting site like this, because I get a little like, oh, well, what if it's not good quality, blah, blah, blah. So the goodie box hopefully will mean I will get a box full of secondhand clothes that are decently priced and that I like for everything. Since ThreadUp is also just a thrifting website, it's like going to Goodwill versus going to, I have nothing, Macy's, it's definitely it's not quite the same experience. You're not only going in there just to do stuff for your box, because you can also go in there and just buy things or sell things. So it's definitely different. Their app is so I was gonna say it was difficult to use, but that's not true. Their app is really easy to use. It's just like any other clothing website where you go to purchase stuff. However, because it is a thrifting, I really struggled with it. I really struggle with thrifting in general. I don't do well with it unless I go with friends and they're able to kind of slow me down and make me look at things, and that works out a lot better. When I go by myself, or like with my husband who's not really a shopper, if I walk into like Ross or Goodwill or any sort of thrifty or like rack place, like Nordstrom Rack, I always leave with nothing because I get in there and I just get so overwhelmed about like what to look for, what to pick. It's not my thing. I don't do well with it. I need to just have like one item on a rack that I can look at, and there's all the different sizes, and then I can go to the next rack. I don't do well with going through each individual shirt on a rack. It stresses me out. I always go through too quickly. I never come home with anything, like I said. So that's kind of how I feel with the ThreadUp app. Even when I'm just going through like trying to favorite things for my stylist to know what I'm interested in, I just get really overwhelmed. I don't know. Because it's a thrifting app, I don't want to judge it too harshly because I think that's really great, and maybe my box will be really great and it'll be cheap and that'll be awesome. But I kind of worry about it. I don't know if it's gonna be for me, but I guess we will find out. So now let's go ahead and sign up for the Fabfitfun style together, right? Just a quick disclaimer, the reason I am able to do all of these clothing boxes right now is because I had to like cancel or pause some of my other boxes. So I guess I really hope you guys enjoy this video and are interested in it, because I am kind of like specifically doing this so I can compare the boxes versus like getting some of my regular boxes that I get. But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I do really love getting clothes, so it's not like it's that big of a compromise for me. And I have a lot of makeup and beauty products that need to be used. So yeah, let's do this thing. Okay, I wasn't really sure how I was going to do this, but I got myself situated to where I have my laptop and I'm doing a screen recording as well, so I can, except for it's not very comfortable here. So I can go back and forth between talking to you this way and showing you my screen while signing up for Fabfitfun. Well, Fabfitfun style, because I already do Fabfitfun. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Okay, here we go. So it looks like just the same as Trunk Club and Stitch Fix work. You select your fit. You know, I always struggle with this one because like part of me thinks I'm an hourglass, but part of me thinks I'm a rectangle. I feel like when I'm thin, I'm an hourglass, but right now I'm probably a rectangle. And I am about 5'7½". I'm gonna go ahead and not show you this portion. I'm gonna go ahead and fill out the sizing part really quick because I don't feel like sharing my weight and everything with you guys. And then I will key you back in when we do the style part. Okay, so I got started and I filled out my sizing charts and everything, and now it is asking about which mood boards best fit your style, and you can select up to 3. So let's do that. So they've got modern, tomboy preppy, boho, edgy, romantic, glam sexy. Okay, let's see here. So I feel like none of these I really feel like fit me. I guess tomboy preppy. Maybe a little bit of boho. Sometimes my husband makes fun of me for dressing like a hippie. And then I'm torn between glam, sexy, and romantic. Neither are things I wear very often, but maybe sometimes. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and pick romantic. I'll pretty much always try a color at least. It really just often depends on the fit, whether or not I like it. And do I want accessories? Not right now. I'll have to see if that's something. I don't know if this applies to every box or just this one. Let's see what's next. Interesting. So it makes you pick a color even if there's nothing that you want to avoid. Huh. I guess I would avoid white. If it's gonna make me pick something, that's probably because a lot of times I'm not a huge fan of white. I'm always worried about getting it dirty. Alright, so this is also the same as Stitch Fix and Trunk Club. They want to know how you like it to fit. So when it comes to denim, I prefer mid-rise skinny. Do you wear Spanx or any other type of body shapewear? Never. Well, no, really I don't. What types of clothing does your closet need more of? Work, business, casual, casual, everyday staples. Can I pick two? I guess casual, everyday staples. What parts of your body do you not like to show off? Midriff. Fit, keep it covered. I enjoy showing off my legs. Fitted is good, but not too tight. Cleavage. Yeah. Back. Dressier occasions. Arms. Depends on the style. Rarely. More than 2 times. Rarely. More than 2 times. Okay. I definitely want a box that totals under $199. So it does seem like they're more expensive than Stitch Fix as well, because which pricing option best fits your lifestyle? $199 being the cheapest? Yeah, that's definitely more expensive than Stitch Fix. I probably spend the most money on denim. Well, or dresses. Jackets, outerwear. No, I'll stick with denim. Which accessory would you be most excited to get in your box? Probably jewelry. Yes. Well, I like both, but I guess I would say dainty more than statement. I'm really liking that their style questions are very specific, like what type of jewelry do you prefer, dainty or statement? I don't like that you can't select both. I feel like if Stitch Fix were to ask that question, you would be able to pick both. That's how most of their stuff is. However, I like that they actually thought to do that versus Stitch Fix did not. Okay, so now we see the lifestyle side of Fabfitfun style coming out, because now they're asking me specific questions that I am to type in about how I like to spend my free time and what my hobbies are, etc. How do you like to spend your free time? I like relaxing at home, going to the gym, going for walks, runs. Next, what are your favorite hobbies? I enjoy reading, making YouTube videos like I'm doing now, watching TV, exploring the outdoors, etc. Favorite Instagram accounts to follow? I don't know that I have any specific ones right now. Okay, tell us more about you. Instagram handle. Brockett Life. No LinkedIn. Pinterest. I don't have a Fabfitfun style for Pinterest right now, but I do have one for Stitch Fix. Let's see if we can get our Pinterest Stitch Fix board here. So if you guys want to follow me on Pinterest, I've got lots of different boards and whatnot. There we go. Okay, submit. Get styled. So can't do anything sooner than May 4th. That's crazy. I think for now I'll say maybe like every 2 months. Well, maybe not. Can I just only have this one go for now? I'm a little confused at what I'm supposed to do at this point. Dashboard? This is kind of cool that you can upload photos. You can also leave a note for your stylist. Okay, so it looks like that is it. Doesn't look like they have a way to like select yes or no on clothes you like, so that's really interesting. I'm a little thrown by that, I guess, but I do really like that you can add the photos. I think that's cool, and it's a good thing that you can add a note just like the other ones. So I guess that's it for our Fabfitfun style. So I did find that they have this fall-winter 2019 catalog that you can apparently use to customize your style box. It's interesting that they don't have one for like spring yet, but it looks like what you can do is come in here, and if you see specific items you want, you can request them, which I think is kind of cool. I'll be interested to find out, like, if they put out like a spring catalog, if the catalog shows everything they're offering for that particular style box, or if this is just a few selected items that you can select out of everything they're offering. So that'll be really interesting to see. It does look like they have a pretty decent variety, at least in here, and I'll be interested also to see if I receive anything from this catalog, or if it will be like a new spring thing. Okay, so we are all done with setting up our Fabfitfun style account. I think it is weird that there's no like thumbs up, thumbs down, or favorite, or some sort of way of showing what you do and don't like. I do see that they have something from the 2019 fall winter edit, but I don't see that you can do anything for like spring or anything yet. And so I'm a little confused about all of that. It'll be interesting to see. I know that their Fabfitfun style box is relatively new, so it'll be interesting to see how they grow through all of this. It'll be really interesting to see what I receive in my box, since I have absolutely no idea what kind of stuff they have to send. I did see that they also have a $20 styling fee, which of course goes towards anything you keep. And if you keep everything, you get the 25% off, which is the same as Stitch Fix and Trunk Club as well, I believe. So I guess that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this video informative. I hope you liked getting to see the different boxes compared, or the different ways of what am I trying to say? The different ways of customizing the boxes. So let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've tried any of them, which your favorites are. And I really hope you stick around to watch the unboxings of each of these boxes for when they come. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you soon. Bye.